Today we want to discuss a subject of concern because many Nigerians have died of gunshot injury and sometimes accident. The reason is that you take them to medical facilities and these medical facilities begin to demand for police report before such people will be treated. I want you to know today that this is never a provision in our laws. There is no provision like this, and this is unknown to our system. My name remains Ishaku Joseph Shirway, your favorite lawyer, bringing you different topics to ensure that you have learned something from the law. We are committed to this because ignorance of the law is not an excuse. If this is your first time seeing our videos, kindly subscribe to this channel, like and share to people. If you have any comment, please drop your comments. We will do well to answer you and give you our response as soon as possible. So our main topic for today, I know it is not new to you to hear that somebody was shot and was rushed to the hospital, and then the hospital demanded for police report before such person will be attended to. Sometimes even in the case of accident, people were rushed into the hospital and you discover that the hospital demanded police report before they will be treated. The essence of this video today is for you, the general public, is also for the hospital facilities, and a call on the Nigerian police for collaboration with the hospitals and the health personnel to understand that there is no provision in our law that says a person has to bring a so-called report from the police before he will be treated. Now, this is the point. Gunshot injury is usually an emergency, and the life of such people demand that emergency to be saved, or else life will be lost. Now, as much as people think this police report that is accepted, where did it emanate from? We have the belief, based on our investigation and our research, that it came as a result of misconception of the provision of the Armed Robbery Act. That provision did not at any point provided that anybody should submit a police report to any hospital facility before they will be treated. As a matter of fact, we want to give you the quotation of the provision. We want you to get clearly what the law says in that section, and then we explain to you so that we all will be enlightened. Now, this is what the provision says. Firearms Special Provision Act. It says, it shall be the duty of any person, hospital or clinic that admits, treats or administers drugs to any person suspected to having bullet wounds to immediately report the matter to the police. It shall be an offense punishable under this act for any person to knowingly house, shelter, or give quarters to any person who has committed an offense under Section 2 of this act. Let's x-ray that provision. That provision, simply put, is that if at any point a person is brought into the hospital and is suspected to have gunshot injury, of course we all know there can hardly be a gunshot injury in a peaceful situation. So even if this person is suspected to have committed a crime, running from the scene of crime, what that provision simply provides is that as soon as the medical facility admits that person for treatment, if there is any form of suspicion about the circumstances bringing about that injury, what the hospital is supposed to do is to report the matter to police. Now, every hospital has a location, and there are police divisions everywhere. What you need to do as a hospital is to establish relationship between you and the police division covering your area, so that as soon as you have such suspected case, what you do is report to the police. We have a patient in the clinic, but the circumstances of his injury look suspicious. You have discharged the burden on you. There is no law that says don't treat this person. Now let us remember that the lives of Nigerians are very sacred, to the point that the Constitution provided for the circumstances and situations in which the life of Nigerian can be taken. So if the life of Nigerian is so sacred like this, then there is no point where we will be losing Nigerians, precious life of Nigerians, due to a provision that does not have place in our constitution, which is presentation of medical report before the person will be treated, whether it's a victim of accident or a victim of gunshot injury. On the contrary, there is a law called Compulsory Treatment and Care for Victims of Gunshot Injury Act 2017. Now that act has done a lot of good because it came in to cure this ignorance, to cure this menace that has been wasting the life of Nigerians. The provision of that act says the lives of Nigerians, the life of patients has to be prioritized. Now, even if a person is suspected to be an armed robber or is suspected to have sustained this gun injury in a circumstance that might be an occasion of crime, a dead person cannot stand trial. So we believe that the best thing to do is to first admit such a person, render treatment to him, restore this person first so that the person can face trial, face the consequences of his act. Part of the theories of crime, punishment of crime is retribution and deterrence. But if we allow such a person to die, then what benefit do we have? We need to know this provision. There has to be an understanding between the health facility managers and the police. Every hospital is located where there is a coverage of police division. We are calling on the Nigerian police, the police divisions, and healthcare facility managers, medical directors to have a cordial relationship and have a mutual understanding, possibly orientation and discussion on this matter. Let it be clear to the police and be clear to the health facilities that the provision of the law is that when a person is brought in and the circumstances of his injury is such that is suspected or such that it is not clear, what you need to do is to report such a matter to the police, but that will not stop you from administering treatment to such a person. And we're calling on the Nigerian police to also stop the harassment of medical facility, medical personnel for administering treatment to victims of gunshot or accident without any police report, because this is not known to our law and we cannot enforce a law that is not in place. That is not constitutional, that is not right. And remember, like we said, the protection of lives and property, the lives of Nigerians are guaranteed under the Constitution. The Constitution has specifically provided for situations and circumstances only which until they are met before the life of a Nigerian will be taken. So, let's pause to think. If a Nigerian died in my facility, when treatment, immediate care will have saved him from dying, did I commit murder? Possibly. Did I kill him? Possibly. Whether by our own thoughts, by the provision of the law, or what. But all we are saying is, let us join hands together. There is no law, there is no provision that a report from the police has to be administered before a victim of gunshot will be treated. We are Nigerians and all we need is protection of lives and property. If you have learned something from this video, give us a thumbs up, share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Drop your comment if you have any question and we'll do well to answer you. We'll see you in our next video.